Hello, this is Mike with Trike with Mike, Texas. I'm a veteran of the United States Navy. I was on a nuclear-powered submarine during the Cold War. All right, commence field day. Well, okay, we're going to go out and run and jump and play, and boy, that sounds like a good time, unless you're in the Navy. Field day is nothing more than clean up everything. It looks dirty, not usually. Everybody cleans, everybody. So the only people not cleaning were people that were on watch. And usually, during field day, your first class will come down and relieve you on your watch. So he didn't have to clean. He was on watch. Now, once I didn't have a first class anymore and I was that guy, guess what? I went down and relieved the guy, and then I was on watch. The chief, I don't think our chief qualified that watch. He qualified chief of the watch. He qualified diving officer of the watch. That's what the chiefs did. Junior officers would also qualify diving officer of the watch, and then officer of the deck. But so you go, and basically for us it was the torpedo room and the 22-man stateroom, which was right adjacent to the torpedo room. Machinist mates had their little space, AMR2, or AMR1 actually, and then the hallway and laundry right in front of their space. It's 10 feet maybe long, not very big. You know, everybody had an assigned space. And you swept the floor, mopped the floor, you waxed the floor at times. You still had people walking around, so that was harder to do. Usually did it in little sections so they could jump over it. And then what else we do? For us, shine the torpedo tubes, brass. I mean, that stuff, it's brass. It's all the pipes are brass. All the, the rings are brass. It's all, they wanted it to look shiny, even though you technically weren't supposed to have brasso on board or stuff like that, because it gave off chemicals that was hazardous, right? It's sort of like we couldn't have regular shaving cream. It had to be Noxzema, because the gases they used to propel the shaving cream out weren't harmful. So I think it was a scam. I think it's probably pretty much the same thing in all shaving creams, but that's the only brand of shaving cream we could use. Otherwise, we could use the shaving cream in a tube. If you ever saw Blast from the Past, they had some of that shaving cream in a tube, like a big toothpaste tube. It just comes out and it's shaving cream. But that's what you had to use until they allowed the Noxzema brand. Again, I think they paid them some money or something, and then we could buy that for the subs. But regardless, we got off on a tangent. So you're cleaning everything, and then the young guy, skinny guy, got to go down the bilge. My buddy Greg got to go down the bilge sometimes because he was really thin. I fortunately couldn't really fit, which was nice. But the really skinny guys could. And so you'd send them down there in the bilge, which is below the torpedo tubes in our case. Not much space down there. Hard to get down in there. You're twisting around pipes. and it's where water collects, and oil, and hydraulic fluid, and just gunk. Sometimes trash gets down there. That's got to be picked out because there's drains in the bilge you have to keep open in case you need to pump it out. So you need to keep it clean down there. And so he disappeared down there, and more than not, lodge himself on a couple of pipes and sleep for a while. Get the big trash out and then sleep. Usually field days were 2 to 4 hours. I don't think they were any less than that. They would happen usually between lunch and dinner. And then sometimes, your chief would come inspect your area. And usually a chief would come through. Sometimes your division officer would come through. Not really like you would think an inspection in the military would be. He's just looking for obvious clutter or trash or, disarray. In other words, a place has to look neat, workable. If you have a situation that it's good and it looks nice and presentable. And that's all they were really looking for. But we did this often out at sea, maybe once every couple weeks at the most, unless we were just screwing something up. If we were screwing something up, they might hold it every day for a few days. Or if you're getting ready for some kind of a big test, like a nuclear power, they have a test every year or so, like a recertification test, or admirals or somebody's coming on board for a ride, situations like that where you had to look pretty for the guy that doesn't ever be on the boat otherwise, other than that 1 week or a few days or whatever he's there for. But yeah, commenced field day. No fun. But it wasn't bad. It wasn't that bad. And you collected your trash at the end, went up and put it in that compactor where, if you're a machinery guy, it might catch fire. But that's another video we had before. So that's it. Thanks for watching.